Most people believe eggs are the perfect food. Rich in protein, good for your muscles, your bones, your energy. But what almost no one tells you is that certain types of eggs are in fact silent poisons. I've seen patients lose their eyesight, suffer strokes, and even die, all because of a simple egg they thought was safe. And the worst part? These eggs are in your kitchen, in your grocery store, and you may be eating them every single week without realizing it. And I want to speak directly to you, especially seniors. After 50, 60, or 70 years old, your body becomes far more fragile. Your eyes are more sensitive to oxidative stress, your arteries are weaker, and your immune system loses its strength. What seemed harmless when you were younger can now be deadly. You think eating eggs is protecting your health? Think again. Certain types of eggs accelerate vision loss, damage your arteries, and dramatically raise your risk of stroke, memory loss, and even premature death. So today, I will reveal the 3 most dangerous types of eggs for seniors. The last one is likely the very egg you eat most often. And it's a hidden enemy that can rob you of your vision and shorten your life. Stay with me until the end, because ignoring this warning could literally cost you your sight or your life. And before we begin, do me a favor. Hit the like button so more people can see this. Subscribe to my channel for more life-saving medical advice. Third type of egg: overcooked eggs with burned or green yolks. Let's start with the third type of egg you must never eat. And believe me, it's one of the most underestimated dangers. I'm talking about overcooked eggs, those hard-boiled eggs with a dry, crumbly yolk, sometimes surrounded by that greenish or grayish ring. Many seniors eat them every day, thinking they're harmless, when in reality, they are silent poison. When you overcook an egg, a chemical reaction takes place inside. The iron from the yolk combines with the sulfur from the white, and this reaction oxidizes the cholesterol. That's what creates the green or gray color around the yolk. And this oxidized cholesterol is not the same as natural cholesterol that your body needs. It's unstable, toxic, and it directly attacks your arteries, your brain, and most dangerously, your eyes. For seniors, the danger is multiplied because your organs are more fragile. Your eyes, for example, are extremely sensitive to oxidative stress after the age of 60. The retina, that delicate layer at the back of your eye that allows you to see clearly, depends on a constant blood flow rich in oxygen and antioxidants. But oxidized cholesterol narrows your blood vessels and blocks the nutrients your eyes need. Slowly, your vision becomes blurry, colors fade, and macular degeneration sets in much faster. And it's not only your eyes that suffer. Oxidized cholesterol clogs your arteries, sticks to the walls, and hardens them. That raises your risk of stroke and heart attack dramatically. I've had seniors tell me, "Doctor, I've eaten eggs all my life without a problem." But when I ask them how they cook their eggs, most say the same thing. Every morning, hard-boiled for 15 or 20 minutes until the yolks are dry and green. That's exactly where the hidden danger lies. How can you recognize an overcooked egg? It's simple. Look at the yolk. If you see a green or gray ring, it's already oxidized. Feel the texture. If it's chalky, dry, and crumbles like powder, it has lost its nutrients and turned harmful. Smell it. A strong sulfur odor means the proteins have been damaged. And check the white. If it's rubbery and tough, the egg has been overheated. I once worked with a 72-year-old man who ate 3 hard-boiled eggs every morning, always boiled until completely dry. After a few years, he began suffering memory loss and vision problems. He thought it was just aging, but once I explained the real cause, he was shocked. When he switched to eating soft-boiled or poached eggs, his fatigue and eye strain improved in just weeks. That's why I insist. If you're a senior, your body cannot afford these cooking mistakes anymore. A young body might handle it, but after 60, every toxic molecule leaves a mark. So remember this simple rule. If the yolk is green, it is not clean. Keep your eggs soft, tender, never dry or burned. That is how you protect your eyesight, your heart, and your brain. Second type of egg, artificially enriched eggs. Before I reveal the second dangerous type of egg, I want you to do something simple. Take a few seconds and write in the comments how you usually eat your eggs. Do you prefer them boiled, scrambled, fried, or poached? I personally read your answers, and I take the time to respond. You may even receive personal advice from me, the same kind of guidance I usually give only to my patients. So don't miss this chance. Write your habit in the comments, and let's see together if the way you eat your eggs is really helping your health or quietly harming it. Now let's talk about the second type of egg you must absolutely avoid. Artificially enriched eggs. These are the ones marketed as being fortified with omega-3, enriched with selenium, or boosted with extra vitamins. Many seniors buy them thinking they are healthier, better for the eyes and the heart. But the truth is far more troubling. Why are they dangerous? Because in most cases, these enrichments are not natural. The hens are not living outdoors, pecking at grass, seeds, and insects, which would naturally enrich their eggs. Instead, they are fed chemical additives, synthetic supplements, and even artificial pigments to change the color of the yolk. The result is an egg that looks more appealing, with a bright, uniform color. But inside, it contains unstable compounds that can harm your health. The biggest problem is with the unstable fatty acids that are created through this artificial enrichment. Once you cook these eggs, especially at high heat, these unstable fats oxidize immediately. And oxidized fats are toxic. They damage your cells, create oxidative stress, and accelerate the aging of your eyes. Instead of protecting your retina with natural lutein and omega-3, these artificial eggs actually increase the risk of macular degeneration. I once treated a man in his mid-60s who proudly told me he only ate omega-3 enriched eggs because he wanted to protect his eyesight. Every morning he scrambled them, believing he was making the healthiest choice. But instead, he developed chronic dry eyes, constant burning sensations, and ongoing visual fatigue. When I asked him to switch to natural free-range eggs, his symptoms improved significantly within weeks. And it's not just about the eyes. These artificially enriched eggs can also contain synthetic pigments used to make the yolk look deeper orange. These pigments may look attractive, but once inside your body, they burden the liver and disrupt your gut microbiome. For seniors, this is critical, because a weakened microbiome means weaker immunity, higher risk of infections, and even greater risk of memory decline. So how can you recognize them? If the packaging is filled with flashy promises, super enriched, fortified, extra healthy, you should be cautious. If the yolk color looks too perfect, too uniform, too artificial, that's another warning sign. Natural eggs from hens raised outdoors vary in color, because real food is never perfectly uniform. My advice is simple. Always choose free-range or organic eggs. Check the code printed on the shell. A code starting with 0 or 1 means the hens were raised in natural conditions. A code starting with 3 means caged hens, industrial feed, and artificial enrichment. For seniors, those are the ones that silently damage your health. So please, don't fall for marketing traps. Artificially enriched eggs don't protect your eyes. They harm them. They don't make your heart stronger. they slowly wear down your arteries. And for seniors, that mistake can cost you dearly over time. First type of egg: industrial eggs from caged hens. Before I reveal the #1 most dangerous type of egg, I want to ask you a small favor. If you've learned something new today, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with just one friend, one family member, someone you care about, maybe a senior in your life who eats eggs every day. That single action might protect their eyesight, their heart, even their life. So please don't forget. Knowledge only has power when it is shared. Now, let's talk about the first and most dangerous type of egg for seniors: industrial eggs from caged hens. These are the cheapest eggs you find in supermarkets, usually marked with the code 3 on the shell. They come from hens raised in overcrowded cages, fed with industrial feed, often full of antibiotics, hormones, and poor-quality grains sprayed with pesticides. At first, you might think, an egg is an egg. What difference does it make? But the truth is, these eggs are completely different from natural eggs in their nutritional quality, their chemical composition, and their long-term effects on your health. For seniors, the risks are devastating. Industrial eggs contain far fewer natural antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, the very compounds that protect your eyes from macular degeneration. Without them, your retina is left vulnerable, and your vision fades much faster. Even worse, these eggs often carry residues of pesticides and antibiotics that, over years of consumption, weaken your liver, damage your microbiome, and reduce your immunity. At an age when your body is already fragile, this can make the difference between staying healthy or falling into chronic disease. I remember a 70-year-old patient who told me proudly that he ate 2 eggs every morning because he had heard eggs were the perfect protein. But when I asked where he bought them, he said, "Always the cheapest pack from the supermarket." After years of eating these industrial eggs, his cholesterol was dangerously unstable, his blood pressure was out of control, and he had early signs of memory decline. Once we switched him to free-range, organic eggs, his health stabilized. The change was remarkable. And here's something few people know. Industrial eggs are often artificially manipulated to look healthy. Producers sometimes add synthetic pigments to make the yolks look bright orange, giving buyers the illusion of nutrition. But behind that color, the nutrients are missing. What you're eating is not a natural gift of nature, but a product of the factory system, full of hidden toxins that slowly erode your health. For seniors, every bite matters. Industrial eggs increase oxidative stress in your body, inflame your arteries, and accelerate aging in your eyes and brain. They may be cheap at the supermarket, but in reality, they are extremely expensive. Because the price you pay is with your vision, your heart, and your life expectancy. So my advice is clear. Never buy industrial caged eggs again. Always look for the code 0 or 1 on the shell. These are organic or free-range eggs. Yes, they cost more, but they protect your health, your independence, and your quality of life. Remember, after 60, every choice you make with food can either heal you or harm you. Choose wisely. So now you know, not every egg is good for you. For seniors, the wrong type of egg can silently damage your eyesight, your heart, and even shorten your life. Protect yourself by avoiding these 3 dangerous types of eggs and choosing natural, clean, and safe alternatives. If this video helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a loved one, subscribe for more life-saving advice, and remember, after 60, every food you eat is either medicine or poison. The choice is yours.